Hello everybody, this is Mr. Fussell from Business 101. Today we're going to be going over the role of procurement. This is for the GCSE level for the AQA exam board. So procurement are responsible for the purchase and management of stock and supplies, okay? They have to decide which suppliers to use and hold a vital role in the supply chain. So let's quickly talk about just-in-time stock control. Now, we did mention this in last week's lesson, but we're going to quickly go back over it again now. Okay, so JIT is a stock control method where the business does not store any raw materials. Okay, so instead it has regular deliveries that bring only what is needed before its existing raw materials run out. So buffer stock is not required for JIT stock control. Okay, so the business orders smaller but more frequent quantities of stock that are taken straight to the production line on the factory floor. For this method of stock control to be effective, a business needs a good relationship with its suppliers who will ideally be local to reduce both delivery costs and lead time. Okay, but JIT does have some disadvantages. So for example, there may be times when a business runs out of stock because of late deliveries. So businesses have to decide whether the advantages of JIT outweigh the disadvantages. And again, let's quickly go over some more advantages and disadvantages. So advantage one, removing buffer stock space means more space can be used for sales. Okay, so and then again, smaller but more frequent deliveries mean that the product will be fresher. A business can also have new stock delivered more frequently, so perishable items such as fresh fruit and vegetables are normally delivered this way because of perishability. Furthermore, businesses will no longer have large amounts of capital tied up in stock that could go out of date or out of fashion. This capital can then be reinvested or spent elsewhere. And additionally, having less stock that could go out of date will reduce waste and therefore saves money. But disadvantages, let's quickly go over these. So it can be hard for businesses to react to unexpected changes in demand. So e.g. a heat wave causing an increase in the demand for ice cream. Businesses are unable to use bulk buy discounts if they only buy in small quantities. So that's stuff like economies of scale. And then customers could receive a poor service if the business misjudges the amount of stock it needs and allows products to go out of stock. Now let's move on to something new. So this is just in case stock control. This is JIC. This is the opposite of JIT. Okay, so just in case is a stock control method that involves producing or purchasing stock with excess or buffer stock in place. Okay, so this means that there is always stock available for the business if they require it. JIC is very useful when there is a shortage of a certain product or a sudden increase in demand for a particular product. For example, a business selling a cereal product may keep an additional 15 boxes more than they predict to sell each week. If there is a late delivery or an issue with the manufacturing of the cereal, then they will be able to rely on the 15 excess or buffer products that they have in stock in the warehouse or something like that. So let's quickly go over some advantages and disadvantages of JIC. So advantages, this increases the level of customer satisfaction because it massively reduces the chance that you're going to go into a store and they won't have what you need in stock. It reduces the chance of running out of stock for the same reason, and benefit from bulk buy discounts. So that's things like your economies of scale. Okay. And then if we quickly move on to the disadvantages of JIC, these are buffer stock space requires more storage space at more cost to the business. So it's going to cost you money to store the stock. Products kept in stock for a long period of time may lose their freshness, so it's a problem for perishable goods. High amounts of cash tied up in stock and increases the chances of having to sell off stock at a discount. So if you've got it and you need to get rid of it, you may have to sell it at a discount just to push it out, okay? So let's go over some factors affecting choice of suppliers. So most businesses do not produce a product completely. So instead, they have suppliers that supply some of their raw materials or components. Finding suppliers that can meet all of a business's needs is essential for a business to remain competitive and successful. So there are three key factors a business needs to consider when selecting a supplier. Cost. Cost is a vital consideration. If a business can get supplies cheaply, this keeps its variable costs low, allowing it to maintain higher profit margins. Often, the more products businesses buy from suppliers, the more power they have to negotiate discounts. So again, this is going into economies of scale. Quality. Quality is essential, even when a product is marketed as a budget or a low-cost option. So, for example, whether a business is making a gourmet or supermarket own brand chocolate bar, the quality of the raw product must be considered. So, businesses need to make good quality products that customers will want to buy, but at different price points. And reliability. Reliability is extremely important when selecting a supplier. So this may cover areas such as delivery, availability, and capacity. So a business needs to be able to trust that their products will be delivered on time and that suppliers are consistently going to have enough stock available to meet the demands of their customers. For manufacturers, late deliveries interrupt the manufacturing process, and for shops, a late delivery could cause them to run out of stock. A business would also need to rely on their supplier for any sudden increases in demand. So, for example, with ice creams during a heat wave. So now let's talk about the effects of procurement and logistics on a business. So procurement means getting the right supplies from the right supplier at the right price and at the right time. Procurement is a vital component of business success. Customers expect products to be available when they need them and in the right quantity and quality. Logistics. So logistics means making sure the correct products are procured and that they will arrive when needed. Logistics is a vital part of any business's supply chain management. Logistics involves three main elements: transportation, storage, and distribution. Transportation. So transportation is the process of getting goods or services from one part of the supply chain to the next. This could involve either global or local travel. Many businesses use boats, planes, lorries, vans, or pipes to transport their goods from one place to another. Storage, so warehousing. This involves storing products before they are sent out to retail shops or direct to the customer if they are sold online. Many businesses use large warehouses to store these products. And finally, distribution. Distribution ensures products make their way to the end customer in the most efficient way possible. Often, this would mean getting products to a shop, or if items are sold online, this would be ensuring couriers are used to deliver these items in a timely fashion. Both procurement and logistics have impacts on a business's cost and efficiency. So what are these effects of procurement and logistics on a business? Well, as we just mentioned, primarily costs and efficiency. Okay, so business costs can heavily influence the overall financial performance of a business. Most businesses aim to keep costs as low as possible whilst providing products that are of a suitable quality. Unit costs can be reduced if production is quick, or if a business uses inferior quality materials. Delays can cost a business money and can limit cash flow if products are damaged, lost, or unavailable. Efficiency is also very important to the success of a business. Efficiency could relate to how quickly and effectively an item is produced or delivered to a customer. So being efficient may also reduce the cost of production for a business as less time or resources are required. Businesses must take care not to focus too heavily on costs and efficiency though. Whilst these two elements are important to business success, businesses must also focus on the quality of the product or service being delivered. If the focus on costs and efficiency is too much, this could have a negative overall impact on the business. So finding a balance for your particular business is essential to your success. The value of effective supply chain management. So a supply chain is the process of developing, sourcing, producing, and providing goods and services to consumers. A supply chain can involve working with and relying on a range of other businesses such as suppliers and shipping companies. Some businesses may have a relatively short supply chain, for example, a local butcher shop. Some businesses may have a long supply chain, such as a business manufacturing electrical products and distributing them around the world. So the differences between these two different businesses will impact the level of efficiency and effectiveness they strive for in their supply chain. An effective supply chain has a range of significant benefits for businesses, such as working with suppliers to ensure that key processes are running efficiently and cost effectively, getting goods and services for the best price and value, cutting waste and unnecessary costs to create a streamlined process and fast production, more satisfied end consumers, resulting in less complaints and lower return rates. And ultimately, these benefits are likely to lead to success and help the business reach their overall aims and objectives. So an ineffective supply chain could cause huge issues, such as late deliveries, unsatisfactory products, and this could happen and impact the overall success of a business if effective supply chain management is not maintained. And with that being said, guys, that is the end of today's lesson. Anything you feel unsure about or have a question about, please leave in the comment section below and we will get back to you as soon as possible with an answer to your question. Leave a like on the video if you learned anything or got some good revision out of this video, which I hope you did, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We will be having more lessons delivered on this channel for many weeks to come. So please, I hope you stick around for that, for all of your business revision needs. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. See you in the next lesson. Bye.